Here's some water. Water. And if water falls into it, you get a little bit of a
There's your
splash.
splash.
You get a splash, right? So let's use some stone. Like from a short distance, nothing. As you get higher, little bits of splash, more splash,
Nice splash.
bigger splash. And if it falls from that height, you get a whole bunch of splash.
Cool.
Yeah. And even the liquids, like acid is denser than water, so it will sink to the bottom, but it's a liquid. It also produces a splash, so it doesn't matter whether it's a solid or a liquid. It'll still do it. And then of course acid is itself so you get a little bit of both water and acid
Splashing around.
splashing up there. Yeah, all that trouble was over
Well,
that.
it's pretty slick. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, but lets me do the thing I wanted to do, which is ultimately going to be something that looks sort of like
Oh,
this.
the waterfall thing. Oh, that
Yeah, where we can have a waterfall. Yeah,
the blocked waterfall that has to be restored.
exactly. Yeah. And
The fountain of youth, Virgil.
yeah, I can finally have that and a little ecosystem where things grow back down here once the water starts spraying. Little green things pop up.
Now you just have to find a way to source the water on the top continuously.
Exactly. Yeah. Whether it's just being made off screen or whether there is a pump system, essentially, it drains the water off and then
Now,
it
well,
makes its way.
if you don't, that bottom cavity will fill up eventually.
Yeah. Something has to drain this off. Exactly. Yeah. Because the more,
Is there a type you can put in there that interacts with water and just keeps draining it?
yeah. I mean, for instance, the stuff here on the bottom could interact with acid and water or something and water could destroy water and then leave itself alone. And it's got interaction time. So the rate at which it destroys it, um, I mean, for instance, if I go right now to the acid, um, and I don't think there is let's just look at the water interactions. Yeah, there is no
Or acid?
acid, acid and water interaction. So if I make one, I need to snap that to the top when I do
Why
that.
did you drop everything back? Couldn't you just work with a small list?
I could, but I need to make a change to do that because the filter would come up and it wouldn't show you the blank one you created because it doesn't match the filter.
Oh,
I need to add an exception that says if it's none and none, it shows up even when you have a filter. That
okay.
way, a new one. Yeah, I've got that one on my list too. As soon as I do this, though, as soon as I say water, then I could go back and put this on water and just work with this list. So water plus uh, acid. We don't want to do anything to the acid. We
Something
just
just
want it to.
happened and the acid all disappeared in the picture.
Oh, it did, didn't it? Oh, that's because I said water. Oh, this is live. I didn't pause the game. That's why.
Okay, you'll
I
put
should
it
have.
back in a minute. Keep
Yeah,
going.
I'll put it back up. Let me pause it because while I did that, I said water and acid produces none. That must have been what happened, and it got rid of some of the water too. It's just there was more water
Yeah, yeah.
than acid. So in the water, we want it um, to what?
Water goes to none, I guess.
Okay, yeah. So it actually does go to none, but only after a certain amount of time, maybe say 300. So well, I don't know what it needs to be, but
Oh,
maybe 3 seconds.
okay.
See what that does. And then I need to add back. the
Acid.
acid here.
Got a huge amount of acid. Put more back.
That's interesting.
It doesn't sink down.
Yeah, why is it not sinking down?
It's killing the water, by the way.
Yeah, it is like it's supposed to. Let me let it burn that off, and then I'll put more water on top and see. Uh, it's burning it off too quickly, so there's not enough left. So if I come back and change the interaction to say 300, more will pool up. It depends on the rate that it's coming in.
Yes.
It still looks too aggressive.
Okay, go to 900.
I'm running out of water at the top. Let's
Well, was the
yeah, it's still
acid supposed to float on top of the water? The acid's supposed to go to the bottom, right?
it's supposed to go to the bottom, but it
It
you know
it, it, it actually killed the water before it could go there.
mm-hmm. Let's maybe that's why. Maybe it was just killing it too quickly. If that's the case, what happens when
Then now
I
you
go?
should be able, if you stop the water inflow now, it should kill all that water, and if you then remove the acid, and well,
Mm-hmm.
as a test, you can put acid on top and see what happens. It still seems to float on top.
It does not seem to want to go down, does it? And that is really, actually, it sort of is very slowly. Oh, I know why. I know why. I know why.
It is rising at the bottom. You can see it increasing.
Yeah, it's I need to change that. The reason is that interaction stops motion. That's
Uh,
why. I there's that's an option, and I wasn't sure. You can see it's like the reason it looks like it's going down is it is eating the water underneath it slowly, and the
okay.
water on the top was replacing it, so it was very slowly migrating down.
That you've run out of water again.
Yeah, yeah,
You need an IRPL pump right now. Well,
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
IRPL source.
I need to change that when
When you get back to coding.
yeah, so that the interaction doesn't stop the motion. One more thing on the list.
Okay, well, you have things to do, and I have things to do.
All right.
That was a nice little show and tell. Thank you.
Okay.